in. Today I'll be showcasing a product that I think is very interesting. It allows for the ability to send a wireless video signal from the Pocket 3 into a receiver. A bit of a disclaimer. I have paid for this device with my own funds. I am not currently being sponsored. No one is paying me to do this product video, and no one besides myself is reviewing this video before I upload it. All comments are my own. Please sponsor me. The product is shipped in a hard shell case that you can see here. Open it up. We have a manual, and this is all the items within that hard shell case itself. We have the transmitter system here, we have the receiver system here, we have the two antennas that go onto the receiver system, we have a manual, we have a USB Type-C to USB Type-A cable, we have a short HDMI full size to HDMI full size cable, we have two USB wall chargers. We also have two USB-C to USB Type-A cables as well. And here are some specs within the manual itself. It does have a wireless range of 500 meters. It uses the 5 GHz band for the frequency. It uses the H.265 codec, and it has about a latency between the transmitter and the receiver of about 0.5 seconds. Its bitrate transmission is about 20 megabit per second. And the UVC output from the transmitter is able to transmit a resolution of up to 1080p 60. Let's talk about the transmitter unit of this system. So here it's been designed specifically to mount to the base of a DJI Pocket 3. We also have a HDMI input, as well as a USB Type-C 5V 2A input as well. On the other side, we have a HDMI loop out. We also have a power on button and a reset button. On the base, we have a Q20 thread. On the front, we have an LCD panel, along with some buttons to change the grouping and frequency of the transmission system. On the rear, we have a sled to fit a NPF style battery. Okay, and now we are going to attach the Pocket 3 to the transmitter unit itself. So we also have a NPF style battery here. We also have a tripod handle that can transform into feet as well. This is not included in the packaging. We have the transmitter unit as well as a DJI Pocket 3. So we will connect the transmitter unit first, and it's simply as attaching the base until you hear the clicks. Now we will attach the tripod foot handle, and now we will connect the NPF battery. And the battery is connected and the unit powers on automatically. And we are also charging the DJI Pocket 3 currently as well. So let's power this on. It will automatically go into webcam mode. And now the DJI Pocket 3 is in webcam mode with the transmitter connected to the base of the Pocket 3. And right now, the transmitter unit is now broadcasting. The transmitter unit itself does get quite hot. I have measured some of the temperatures to be about 45 degrees Celsius. It is advised in the manual as well to attach a handle of some sort and hold the entire system via the handle itself. This is the receiver unit of the system. So here on the left side, we have a power on button, as well as a USB Type-C 5V 2A input. On the front, we have a LCD panel, which displays all the stats, as well as buttons to change any of the grouping or frequencies. On the right side panel, we have a full-size HDMI out, as well as a USB Type-C UVC output. On the base, we have a 1/4-20 mounting thread. On the rear, we have another sled to suit a NPF style battery. And on the top, we have the 2 exposed aerial connectors. And now we will assemble the receiver to be powered on. So first of all, we want to connect the included antennas to the receiver unit itself. They simply just screw on. And now we will attach the battery. This is a NPF style battery. And now the receiver system will automatically power on. It will now attempt to connect to the transmitter system. And as you can see, we have a few icons on display. We have the channel number, as well as the wireless strength, as well as the battery capacity, as well as the resolution that the system is configured to. Now that we have both devices powered on and paired to each other, let's now connect the HDMI to the output of the receiver. Let's now change to the input HDMI capture of this PC, which is receiving the HDMI output of this receiver. And this is the incoming transmission that is being received from the transmitter, which is connected to the DJI Pocket 3. And this is the receiver. This is the Casuarina Peach. Here we have the DJI Pocket 3 with the transmitter system attached and powered on. Here is the receiver system. And here is a phone connecting to a HDMI capture device and using the USB Camera Pro app to ingest the camera feed. I am recording on the smartphone right now, and we will do the test. Right now, because I am by myself, I have placed the receiver on the dash of my vehicle's dash windscreen. And yes, we will now move forward and test. The lawn has just been recently mowed, so I'm not going to be walking on that. I'm currently going to go to some waypoints that I have picked out on the map and then measure that on Google Maps. And I'll stop at those waypoints to do a quick run through. So right now the DJI Pocket 3 is connected to the transmitter system, and it is set in the webcam 1080p 30 frames per second mode. I'm currently also recording on the DJI Pocket 3. We also have the DJI Mic 2 connected with noise cancellation on. All right, this here is the first waypoint of the test for today. Right now, let me switch over. My vehicle is over there with the transmitter in the windscreen. So, yeah. All right, let's move on to the next waypoint. So the receiver system is connected to a smartphone via a HDMI capture device. And the app, the USB Camera Pro, is currently recording the incoming transmission of the HDMI. Okay, we are here at waypoint number 2. So my vehicle is right next to the bin. And now we are going to move to a third waypoint. Now that we have some trees in the way, some obstacles. Again, since the receiver is inside a vehicle, I'm not sure if the transmission is good enough to be picked up. All right, this is waypoint number 3. Let me now switch over. My vehicle is over here somewhere. I can't see it on the Pocket 3 screen, so And while we're here, this is the beach. Yeah, windy. Right, let's head towards the 4th waypoint. Okay, so a quick update. The camera on the recording on the Pocket 3 stopped. And I checked the transmission line, and the RX had a 0 next to it. Now that I have moved closer back to the vehicle, I have now a 1 next to the RX icon. Let's move to the different waypoint. Okay, we are currently at waypoint 4, and in between these two trees, my blue car is over there. So we will now continue onward. Okay, moving on. All right, the Pocket 3 has again stopped recording, but when checking the transmission, we are still connected to a 1 receiver. So I'm not sure what caused that stopping of recording on the Pocket 3. Right, let's move on. All right, this looks like a good spot. This here is waypoint 5. Seems like it's roughly the same distance from the vehicle as waypoint 1. And there is the blue vehicle right there, where the transmitter is sitting on the windscreen dash. This is now waypoint 6. I am facing the rear of the vehicle, and my vehicle is in between these two trees, where you can see the blue vehicle right there. So the Pocket 3 is still recording. We are still in webcam mode, 1080p 30. The transmitter is still transmission. We still have 1 receiver connected to the transmitter system. And the vehicle is right there. I'm gonna say about 30 meters away. Right, this is the vehicle. And the receiver system should still be mounted on the windscreen. An interesting feature of the transmitter unit itself is the ability for the unit to bring in a DJI Pocket 3 via the UVC webcam mode and output that video via the onboard HDMI loop out on the transmitter unit itself. So on screen is a capture window for this HDMI cable. I will now connect the HDMI cable to the HDMI loop out of the transmitter unit. And as you can see, we have an output from the transmitter unit. Okay, and now we will connect a different type of camera, still utilizing the UVC connection. So on the top of the transmitter, we have the housing to suit a Pocket 3 and a USB Type-C port. But if we are to use a extension cable, I have an Action 4 camera here, so I'll power this on. The Action 4 is powered on. I will now connect the extension USB cable to the port here, and then I will select a webcam mode on the Action 4. And now we have a transmission from the Action 4 connected to the transmitter, being sent to the receiver and then outputting via HDMI onto the on-screen capture window. This connection is also charging the Action 4 as well. A feature on the receiver unit is the ability to receive outputs via the HDMI port as well as the USBC UVC output at the same time. Okay, on screen are the capture windows. One is the HDMI and the other is via USB UVC. I will now connect the HDMI to the receiver output first. And we have a HDMI output from the receiver on screen. I'll now plug in a USB-C to the UVC output. I had to go into OBS and activate the UVC input source. As you can see now on screen, we have two outputs, one via HDMI and one via USB UVC output, displaying at the same time on screen. Again, this is receiving the transmission on the receiver, hence why there is a bit of a slight delay for the to be shown. The HDMI signal seems to be faster than the USB UVC signal. Another feature that works on both the transmitter and receiver is the ability to do a hot swap of the NPF battery while using a USB-C power input. Now both the transmitter and receiver do have USB Type-C 5V input ports, which we will now demonstrate. On screen, you should see a small rectangular capture that is coming in directly from the Pocket 3 of this moment. Let's plug in the USB-C cable into the transmitter. We now have input charge coming into the transmitter. We will now remove the NPF battery. And now we will insert a fresh NPF battery. And now we will remove the USB-C power in. And there you go. We were able to swap out a depleted NPF battery with a fresh NPF battery by using a USB charger and a USB-C cable. And that brings us to the end of this video. I have a few comments in regards to this. The value for money is fantastic. At the time when I purchased this product, I believe it was about $360 Australian with tax. The ability to directly mount the Pocket 3 to the transmitter is fantastic. The entire plug and play system, great. The transmission reconnection, about 15 seconds. The ability for just the transmitter unit to be a standalone UVC to HDMI converter is brilliant. And another great feature is the ability to do a battery hot swap when providing power to the USB Type-C port. Now for some thoughts about what I don't like about this system. Considering it's primarily made from plastic, may give out to wear and tear over time. The amount of heat generated from the transmitter system alone is a bit of a concern, and the audio coming out from the receiver via the HDMI. there is a very slight crack about every 5 to 7 seconds on the audio. So with that being said, I don't think I would use the audio coming from this system and just use this as a secondary camera. Thank you for watching. If you have any comments, please write them down, and I'll see you in the next one.